I suspect that many of us are thinking about goals, resolutions, intentions for the new year, possibly wanting to complete this year and do it well and start the new year off right. I see that many of us often have a lot of energy for starting the new year and doing things differently, and I'm all for that. I think that's a great thing to consider. It's a wonderful energy as the new year starts to ride the wave of newness and have this feeling of this whole expansive 12 months out before us, and what do we want to do with it? How do we want to be our best self? How do we want to live our best life, as Oprah says? And that's all amazing and wonderful. And my title for tonight's presentation is Don't Be a Bore in 2024. And what I mean by that is I would like to invite us all to consider, as we are contemplating this new possibility of the new year, of stepping outside our comfort zones. I just started thinking about how year after year it seems like sometimes my goals and intentions are in the same areas of living at times. That's where my focus goes over and over to the same places. I shifted it a little bit a few years ago, but I noticed that as I talk to people, as I am talking to people, it seems like there's these pretty standard places that we go to. And again, nothing wrong with that. I think that's awesome. It's just fine. However, I would like us to consider having some interesting energy. You might call it a stretch goal. I think it really is related to comfort zones. A goal or an intention that really challenges us, or to take a look if we have an area or two that we've repeatedly had in our awareness as we start a new year, and look at it differently, approach it differently, come at it from a different place. Neil Donald Walsh says, life starts at the end of our comfort zones. And so stepping out of our comfort zones is something that most New Thought, spiritual teachers, self-help teachers invite people to think about. And I'm asking us to do that today. I was thinking about many years ago when I was ready to finally settle down for a committed relationship. I had been dating quite a bit, and all the while I was dating, I was looking for the right person to be with, and I was looking for a long-term relationship that was clearly in my heart, but I wasn't finding it, and I was discouraged. And I spent a lot of time, a number of years, really making attempts to find the right person. And I noticed one year, and it happened to be towards the end of the year, that my attempts were all fairly similar, all in the same vein. I was trying all the same things, going to all the same places, and they represented comfort zones. And so I really began to challenge myself, and I said to myself at that time, if you want something different, Michelle, you're going to have to do and be something different. And what that caused me to really do over the break of the new year was to really push myself into what are the things that I either judge that people do to find relationship or just feel this huge resistance to. I was sort of like that cat in Pepe Le Pew where the skunk is grabbing her and trying to kiss her, and she's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. Any of those things that I was like that cat. I don't want to do that. I will do anything to find a relationship, but not that. Oh, those are the things that I had to ask myself to look at. They were outside of my comfort zone, clearly. And I didn't do every single one of them. That's the truth. I did have some boundaries. But I asked myself, what are the ones that maybe we should try this year? And so that year, we didn't have, I know this is in ancient times, the internet and internet dating was not a big deal at that point. We had personal ads in local papers for dating and that sort of thing. And so uncharacteristically, I wrote up an ad about myself and I put it in the paper, and I began to meet people and talk to them on the phone and discover if there was even a glimmer of connection between us before I would ever go meet them and that sort of thing. So I stepped way out of my comfort zones, and there were some other things I did. I let people set me up, which I was very resistant to, and a number of things. And the truth is, the absolute truth is that I did eventually meet someone that I married out of this effort, but not through those means. I didn't meet the person that I ended up marrying on an ad. I didn't meet them through a setup. But what I noticed happened to me because I pushed past my comfort zones, something opened up in me. Something that said, I'm really ready, and I'm so ready for this that I'm willing to do and try new pathways towards what I want. And it was like I was telling my consciousness in an even more bold way, I'm stepping outside my comfort zones. I'm so willing to manifest this good. And it was very profound and powerful. And so every year since then, I have tried to look towards something that would take me outside my comfort zone. So to begin this energy, there's still a few more days left in 2023. What I strongly suggest, especially if you're feeling any resistance to what I'm saying, is to just start doing some things every day that might take you a little bit out of your comfort zone. Drive home or to your regular spots you go to a different way. Do some habit that you do a different direction. If you walk through your house a certain pathway, try a different pathway. If you're somebody who puts your socks on first every day, put your socks on last. Just try for the next few days to do little things that just sort of push you outside of your habitual ways of being and thinking as a way of letting yourself know, I'm ready to think outside my comfort zone. And then as you are approaching the intentions you might have for this new year, of course, approach the ones that are really meaningful for you, but have something that might push you outside your comfort zone. Maybe it's something very simple like this year, I'm finally going to have that difficult conversation with that person that I've been not wanting to talk to them about that thing. Maybe it's this year, I'm really going to care for myself in a way that I have been feeling I need to care for myself emotionally, physically, or spiritually, and have just been pushing it away. Maybe it's that I am going to move towards a shift in my career or in some area of my life that I have been pushing away because I just want to stay comfortable. One little shift in the comfort zones allows us to feel a dynamic rise in our energy. It's absolutely clear. That thing that we're told is that you can't keep doing the same thing you've been doing and expect different results. And so I'm here today to deliver that message, that ancient message that people have been telling us forever, and invite us to step out of our comfort zones this year in setting our goals and our intentions. Don't be a bore in 2024. I look forward to hearing from you about some of the intentions you're setting. Write me a message here on this site and tell me some of the ones that are outside your comfort zones. Happy to be with you and celebrate the glorious life that we can all lead this year. Happy New Year.
Recognizing that divine within, that divine that's surrounding us, that's present with us right now. So recognizing that this one perfect life is indeed the source of all life. So knowing that this one source provides for all our needs, and we have the opportunity to express this one life as that unique expression as ourselves. And I just celebrate that we can come together in like-minded community, even though it be online, we are still one, and we feel that presence of oneness right now. And I know that we all are dedicated to living our lives in tune with this source. And I know for us all, surrendering to that divine voice within, setting aside the ego wants and following that heart's desire, that soul's desire to be that beneficial presence in the world, to shine our light into the world. So I give great thanks. I'm grateful for all of us, for this community that now goes forward into the world, shining our lights a little bit brighter. And I know that that's time for silence, is that opportunity to really hear that clear voice within. So with that, I now release my words into that divine action of the law, knowing that all is well. Amen, and so it is.